Hey guys, this is Jaquetta and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a video about how you can take in your jeans. Oftentimes when I go to the store, specifically Zara, the jeans are always too big in the waist. So I'm going to be walking you through a tutorial as to how I do that if you choose you want to do it at home. So the first thing that you need to do is determine how much you need to take them in. For me, I'm going to be taking them in a 1/2 inch. You need to know, like, one of the principles of clothing or design is that what you do on one side, you need to do on the other side when it comes to fit, depending on your design. But for jeans, you need to take them in on both sides. So the first thing after that is that you need to take apart the jeans. The top, where you see the belt loops, that is considered to be the waistband. You need to separate it from the actual jean. I'm also measuring from belt loop to belt loop, and I'm going to mark at the midpoint. That will be where I fold the fabric to sew. This is also going to make sure everything is nice and even and symmetrical, so it doesn't look like I took them in, you know? So after you do that, that's when you're going to go ahead and start taking it apart. And I'm just showing you here. You're going to fold it on the line you mark. So after you take it apart, you see you have the waistband separated from the pant. This is me. I like to use a needle to get right on the line to fold it. And here I'm making something called a dart. I don't do a great job with showing it, but later on I recognize that, and I'll come back and show you guys what a dart is. It's essentially a wedge of fabric. You'll start at the point that you're taking in, say a 1/2 inch, and then you'll sew down. And here you want to make sure not to sew through that seam. If you do, it's going to skew it. It's going to shift and it's going to look sloppy. So you have to stop right before that. So this is me taking in the waistband. Again, from the line of the fold, all I do is measure how much I want to take it in. And here I'm sewing the wedge or the dart into the pants. And I'll stop before I get to the second seam. And here I am trimming. You have to trim all of that down. If you have anything more than about a 1/4, maybe an 1/8, you can't have a whole bunch of fabric left behind. It'll be too bulky and unable to fold. Also, wherever there's a crease in the waistband, you have to clip into that fabric as well so it can bend. And again, I'll show you guys later what I mean by that. So here I am showing you that's what the finished product looked like, and that's what the waistband looks like. And yes, in the center, right, you have to clip it, but don't clip through your stitch, but you have to clip it down so you can fold it nice and neatly without it being bulky. Yep, so that's what we're looking like. So then you just pin the waistband to the pants and you sew. I used a Singer on a stitch 2.5 straight stitch. I start at the top and I'm just following the line from before. You can see where the denim is a little bit different. I'm just following it. And along the way, I think here I have an issue when I go across any humps. I'm going to show you something that I use. I think it's called a leveler. Don't quote me. I'll figure it out and put in the comments if it's not. But yeah, you have to put it under your presser foot, and it'll help raise the presser foot to go over humps a little bit more easily. So therefore your stitch isn't crooked or it doesn't start stitching over itself in the same place. I don't know if you guys have dealt with that before. Cause your sewing machine to jam up and all that stuff. So that's what I would recommend. So this is a pretty easy tutorial. And that's what you'll have.